It's been 4 years.
The state of play, just like all the other gaming events this year, was a snooze fest. Yeah, bub. But finally, we've got our first proper look at Insomniac's Wolverine game, and god damn, does it look incredible. Now, just like many of you, I've been waiting for a proper AAA Wolverine game like forever now, and watching this trailer was like a dream come true, but it kinda left me torn between two feelings. One, of course, was pure crazy hype, but also some real doubts because there are some issues that I'll talk about in just a bit. But anyways, first of all, this game looks absolutely crazy. The graphical fidelity, the music, the attention to detail, it's just insane. Especially the blood effects. I really appreciate how they put special focus on the blood and gore. I mean, just look at this. There's even blood in the lines between his teeth, and you can even see the adamantium skull underneath as he heals. But what I cannot see is you hitting that subscribe button. So if you enjoy the videos, please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Now, of course, the real standout of the trailer was the very violent and visceral combat. I mean, this stuff is brutal. We're talking claws through skulls, faces slashed open, people getting absolutely shredded and severed limbs lying everywhere. And to no one's surprise, these Fruity Pebble game journalists can't handle all that badassery.
Is Marvel's Wolverine PS5 game too violent?
Of course, yes. Violence is never an option. He should be talking to a f***ing therapist.
Am I the only one that was kinda put off by all that gore and violence?
Yes. Now go play Reloaded or some shit. Now, since I wasn't a huge fan of the combat in the Spider-Man games, I was kind of worried that Wolverine would be flying around like a Beyblade. But with what I've seen so far, they really managed to make it feel more raw and grounded with just the right amount of hack and slash chaos. The choreography looks solid, the finishers are savage, and on top of that, it seems like we're getting some big crazy action set pieces as well. And I just love it. I mean, just look at him rocking the iconic yellow suit, riding a bike straight off a cliff, not to mention how badass the suit looks. Now, even though this clearly takes some inspiration from Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, it still feels like a fresh new take on the character. This time around, Liam McIntyre is playing Logan, and not gonna lie, it seems like a really solid casting choice. A quick fun fact, both him and Hugh Jackman are from Australia, and way taller than Wolverine in the comics. But anyways, the dude's clearly passionate and excited for this role, and from what I've seen so far, he seems to be doing a phenomenal job, and I genuinely can't wait to see what he brings to the table.
I'm Wolverine.
They also showed off some of the different locations you'll visit in the game, like the Canadian wilderness, some portion of Japan, and the fictional city of Madripoor. Now, based on that, I think this might be more of a linear action-adventure game with some big open-ended areas. But it would be insane if they made all these levels free to explore and added some kind of mechanic to travel between them, similar to what God of War did with the realms. But that's just me speculating. It'll probably be more of a story-guided linear adventure. Now, the character designs.
Wait! Oh no!
This ain't no woman. This is a man. And just what is that? I've seen men with rounder asses than this ironing board here. This is where you start to see all the fingerprints of a certain consulting company that initially worked on this game. Are they still working on it? Who knows? But one thing's for sure. At the end of the day, it's Insomniac themselves who approved of this shit. Now, to be fair, this might not be a problem for everyone. When a game looks promising, you can let this stuff slide. I mean, at least he's not downright repulsive to look at like some other creatures we've seen. And to be honest, I wouldn't have cared if these people stopped at the character designs. But that's the thing, they just won't stop at that. They will fill the game with bullshit propaganda and politics, and that's something I can't tolerate. I can't tolerate the cuckification of badass fan favorite characters. Just look at what they did with Peter in Spider-Man 2. He was humiliated and sidelined in his own game by Miles Morales and MJ. I mean, yes, he should face challenges, that's important to character growth, but portraying him as a weak, insecure crybaby is not the way. And if that wasn't bad enough, they went out of their way to make sure that Mary Jane looked like a f***ing shovel, and then forced you to play as her in levels specifically designed for her, where she just one-shots trained mercenaries. I mean, why waste all that extra time and money redesigning a character that looked perfectly fine to begin with, and then pour in hours into building full playable sections around her? These resources could have been used on stuff that actually mattered to the story. You know, the thing is, when a game's called Spider-Man, it should be about Peter Parker, and how he faces overwhelming odds, suffer losses, but still comes out on top. Just like Spider-Man Miles Morales was about Miles Morales, just like Batman Arkham Games focused on Batman, Spider-Man 2 could have been one of the best superhero games of all time. Yet here I am still in love with Batman Arkham Origins to this day. So yeah, based on all that, I won't be surprised if Logan ends up getting sidelined in his own game. And that's the reason why, despite being so excited for this game, I'm still skeptical and have a lot of doubts. Now of course this is just a trailer and I'm just speculating on the basis of patterns that I've been noticing in the past. So yeah, a grain of salt is recommended. It is entirely possible that Insomniac might have learned their lesson since Spider-Man 2 didn't sell nearly as well as the first one. And with all the other games made for the modern audience failing left and right, it's clear that fans won't just eat up all the propaganda bullshit just because they love a franchise. But with all that said, the trailer does look incredible, and there is a chance that this will end up being a badass Wolverine game with solid gameplay and story. So yeah, I'm very cautiously optimistic and really looking forward to see what they show in the spring of 2026. It'll probably be a full gameplay demo, and to be honest, I just can't wait to see it. But I'll leave you at that. Do let everyone know what do you think about the Wolverine game in the comments down below. What are some things you liked, some things you disliked, what would you like to see in this game? Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Your support really means a lot. Until next time, take care.
I'm Wolverine.